Imagine living a life in which you improve upon yourself every day, a life in which you're always developing, expanding, and accomplishing new things. My friends, you have the ability to make that a reality, not just a fantasy. You see, a single moment of victory isn't what defines success. It's not enough to accomplish one goal and then sit back and enjoy yourself. No, constant progress is the key to real success. It's about waking up each day with a strong desire to improve upon the previous day. I want you to listen intently and lean in close, because what I'm going to tell you has the power to completely alter the course of your life. If you want to reach your greatest potential and lead the remarkable life you were destined to lead, I'm going to share 10 things you need to work on every day. 1. Attitude. Let's begin with your thinking, which is the cornerstone of all success. Anything you plant in your mind will grow, just as in a garden. What are you putting into your mind every day, I ask? Are you spreading seeds of opportunity, bravery, and plenty? Or are you sowing seeds of uncertainty, fear, and limitation? You have to make a conscious effort to change your thinking every day. Face the negative thoughts that start to seep in. The human mind is the most potent instrument you have. Change "I can't" to "how can I?" And that's impossible. To "what if it were possible?" It could be your biggest enemy or your best buddy. You have an option. Will you teach your mind to move you forward, or will it hold you back? A young man who had been crushed by life's obstacles came to me, I recall. He felt that mediocrity was his fate. But we worked on his thinking day by day. After we sowed fresh seeds of faith, that same young guy had launched his own company and was changing lives in ways he never would have imagined. That's the power of changing your perspective every day. Small, regular changes in your thinking are more important than big gestures. Every day, choose thoughts that empower rather than those that constrain. 2. Abilities. If you're not evolving in this quickly changing environment, you're dying. Your skills are therefore the third thing you need to work on every day. Now, I'm not referring to becoming multi-talented. I'm referring to developing the abilities that are essential to your success. Which abilities will enable you to advance in your career? Which abilities will enable you to address challenges more successfully? Which abilities will enable you to become indispensable? Determine such abilities and make a daily commitment to enhancing them. Writing, coding, or public speaking could be the cause. Make a plan to improve on it every day, no matter what it is. Read books, enroll in classes, practice, and ask for criticism. Over time, even 15 minutes a day can have a profound impact. Excellence is a habit rather than an act. You become great by doing great things all the time. I used to work with a young businessman that was having trouble expanding. He was passionate. He lacked some talents, but he had the idea and the enthusiasm. He therefore devised a scheme. He would dedicate time each day to honing his leadership, financial literacy, and marketing skills. It wasn't easy, but he persisted. And since he dedicated himself to honing his craft every day, his company tripled in size in just 2 years. Let's now discuss your health. The way you experience life is through your body. How are you supposed to get any place if that car breaks down? You don't have to run a marathon every morning to improve your health. It all comes down to making tiny, regular decisions that build up over time. Perhaps it's deciding to drink water rather than that sugary beverage. Perhaps it's using the steps rather than the elevator. Perhaps it's getting more sleep by going to bed 15 minutes sooner. Your physical well-being is only one aspect of your health. Other aspects include your energy levels, emotions, and capacity for concentration and performance. You may enhance all facets of your life by improving your health. One woman I met was having trouble in her career. She was constantly worn out, anxious, and lagging behind. We got to work improving her health, little by little. She began to move more, eat better, and sleep better. And what do you know? Her career took off. Because she made a commitment to bettering her health. She had more drive, energy, and clarity. Keep in mind that you only have one body in this life. Treat it as though it were a priceless gift. Move it, feed it, and give it a break. You'll be grateful to yourself later. Humans are social animals who need connection to survive. Your connections are therefore the fourth item you need to work on every day. Now, I don't only mean romantic connections when I say relationships. I'm referring to all of your relationships, including those with your clients, coworkers, friends, family, and even with yourself. How can I make a difference in someone's life today? How can I listen more effectively? How can I express my gratitude more? How can I better handle disagreements? It takes a team to achieve success. You need a strong support system more when you want to move higher, and that support system is created one day at a time, one encounter at a time. I had a CEO who was excellent at strategy, but had a hard time keeping the crew motivated. On paper, his business was profitable, but there was little innovation and a high turnover rate. Every day, we focused on strengthening his bonds with others, demonstrating greater empathy, expressing gratitude, and encouraging greater teamwork. The change was striking because he made a daily commitment to strengthening his relationships. Team morale surged, and the company's performance hit new heights. Keep in mind that the lives you have impacted and the relationships you have fostered will be more important at the end of your life than your cash account or your position. Invest in them every day. Focus is a superpower in the modern world. We are continuously inundated with your ability to focus is the sixth thing you need to work on every day because of distractions, notifications, and information overload. Consider your focus to be like a muscle that becomes stronger with practice. Practice focusing intently on one task at a time each day. If necessary, start with just 5 minutes, then progressively extend the time. Make your workspace distraction-free, turn off your alerts while working, and organize your work time using strategies like the Pomodoro method. Develop the ability to keep your mind active and in the moment. Your productivity, creativity, and the caliber of your work are all directly impacted by your capacity for concentration. Deep focus allows you to accomplish tasks that would take others days in a matter of hours. I once helped a writer who was having trouble finishing her book. Despite having the skills, she was unable to advance. Every day we worked to increase her ability to focus. She steadily increased the length of her concentrated writing sessions from 15 minutes to an hour. To let her brain know when it was time to concentrate, she developed a ritual around her writing time. And what do you know? Because she made a daily commitment to sharpening her focus, she finished her novel in 6 months. Deep attention is an uncommon and valuable skill in a society where distractions are commonplace. Watch how it changes your life and career as you cultivate it every day. 6 habits. Your current way of living is basically the culmination of your habits. Your life is the sum of your daily activities. Your habits are therefore the 6th item you need to work on every day. When I say habits, I don't simply mean the obvious ones like working out or maintaining a good diet. I'm referring to all of the actions that comprise your day, such as how you begin your day, how you approach your work, how you engage with others, and how you end your evening. Every day, examine your routines. Which ones are working well for you? Which are preventing you from moving forward? Pick one habit to work on getting better at. Perhaps it's reading for half an hour before bed, getting up early, or expressing thanks. Repetition is the foundation of habits. Making tiny, steady gains every day is more important than making big changes all at once. I once tutored a kid who was having difficulty keeping up with his coursework. We worked on changing one habit at a time rather than trying to change his entire life. Establishing a regular study regimen was the first step. Next was honing his note-taking skills. The next step was to put active recall techniques into practice. He improved his academic performance day by day and habit by habit. He dedicated himself to changing his behaviors every day, and by the end of the year, he was at the top of his class. Your life is shaped by your habits, so pick them carefully, work on them constantly, and see how they improve every area of your life. Knowledge. Ignorance is a decision in the information era. Therefore, increasing your knowledge is the 7th thing you need to do every day. I am not referring to the accumulation of I'm referring to acquiring profound, significant knowledge that improves your comprehension of the universe and your capacity for effective navigation. Make a commitment to learning something new each day. Read books, listen to podcasts, have meaningful conversations, ask questions, seek out different viewpoints, and maintain your curiosity about the world. Power comes from knowledge. You can do more the more you know. You can make better selections the more you know. Your ability to come up with innovative solutions increases with the size of your knowledge base. I once had the opportunity to advise a young professional who was driven but felt stuck in her work. Without a question, she was competent in her profession, yet she didn't advance. Not because she lacked talent, but rather because she hadn't yet realized her full potential for every day. Growth, she felt as though she had reached a ceiling. Together, we came up with a straightforward yet effective approach that would transform her life. She needed to learn something new every day. This was about the importance of steady daily improvement, not about making huge jumps overnight. She promised to study trade journals, enroll in online classes, and go to webinars. It took some time, but you know what? She found a new market for her business within a year. In addition to earning herself a promotion, it all began with the resolve to get a bit better every day. Suddenly, she opened doors she had never even known existed. The 8th is resilience. You see, your mind functions like a parachute only when it is open. You must open it every day and give it fresh insights, thoughts, and concepts. There is a lot to learn about the big planet. Always strive for personal development and avoid becoming stagnant. However, growth involves more than simply intelligence. It also involves resilience. It's not always easy sailing in life. Failure, setbacks, and storms are inevitable. Your capacity to overcome hardship, adjust to change, and endure hardship is known as resilience. Additionally, resilience is a skill that can be reinforced and developed with time, much like any other. Do something that pushes you every day. Get out of your comfort zone, confront your concerns, and don't consider losses to be failures. Consider them as teaching moments and chances to develop. Rather than asking, "Why me? What can I learn from this?" you ask. Consider what you can do to put things right, rather than lingering on what went wrong. At one point, I worked with an athlete who had sustained a serious injury. Devastated, he was prepared to abandon his aspirations. However, we concentrated on his attitude, his recovery, and his mental readiness, rather than what he had lost. We focused on strengthening his resiliency day by day. And what do you know? He not only resumed his sport, but he did so with greater physical and mental strength. That is, resilience is power, and daily dedication is the first step. Creativity is number 9. Let's discuss how to be creative in a world. It's getting increasingly automated. The value of creativity has never been higher. Being creative is more than just writing, painting, or any other kind of artistic expression. It's about thinking creatively. It's about ingenuity and recognizing patterns when others perceive chaos. For this reason, it's crucial to develop your creativity every day. You have to cultivate creativity every day. It doesn't just emerge naturally. Take part in an activity that inspires creativity. Try approaching a familiar task in a different way. Examine issues from several perspectives. Take part in imaginatively stimulating activities such as writing, sketching, brainstorming, or simply daydreaming. I previously worked with a business owner who was having trouble making their name in a crowded market. Every day we worked to increase his inventiveness. To keep his mind active, he began journaling his thoughts, holding frequent brainstorming sessions, and even taking up painting as a pastime. He developed a product offering that transformed his sector in a matter of months. That is the creative potential that can be unlocked with everyday, continuous effort. Your creative potential is boundless. Use it daily to see how it improves not only your work, but also your life. Your input. Ultimately, what you give is more important than what you receive. Your contribution to the world is therefore the last item you should work on every day. How can I contribute today, you ask? It doesn't always have to be a big show. Sometimes it's the little things, like lending a sympathetic ear to someone in need, giving of your time, or mentoring a newcomer. Making a difference in other people's lives is the path to true fulfillment, not gaining wealth or prestige. Focusing on making your contribution better every day not only makes the world a better place, but it also makes your life better in ways you never would have thought possible. I previously collaborated with a prosperous executive. He felt hollow despite having all the things he believed he desired: wealth, position, and power. So he changed his attention. He began serving as a mentor to young professionals, participating in community service initiatives, and leveraging his position to young professionals, participating in community service initiatives, and leveraging his position to support worthy causes. Do you know what he discovered? A sensation of accomplishment that none of his past accomplishments had ever provided. Your input is important. You are valuable because of your experiences, abilities, and distinct viewpoints. Never undervalue your ability to make a difference. Make a commitment to changing the world each and every day. Let these facts soak in for a bit. The foundation of an outstanding existence is your attitude, your well-being, your abilities, your connections, your concentration, your routines, your knowledge, your fortitude, your inventiveness, and your contribution. If you made a daily commitment to making a small improvement in each of these areas, just think of where you could be. In a month, a year, or 5 years, imagine where you would be. The transformation would be astounding and the growth would be exponential. The problem is that it's not about making significant adjustments. It all comes down to making tiny, regular decisions. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. You get closer to becoming the person you were destined to be with each step you take. Success is a journey rather than a destination. It consists of the decisions you make each and every day. I'm going to challenge you to begin today. Decide on one area to work on and make a commitment to it. Then repeat the process tomorrow, the following day, and the day after that. Continue and keep developing. You are capable of greatness. You possess the ability to influence your fate and build a remarkable life. However, you must use your everyday decisions and deeds to unleash that power. Which will you pick? Will you aim for greatness, or will you be content with mediocrity? Are you going to allow life to happen to you, or will life happen to you? I have faith in you. I think you have promise. I have faith that you can design a life that surpasses your most ambitious goals. However, it begins with a choice to advance, develop, and change. As you progress down this path of development and evolution, you start to produce a positive energy that inspires others to embark on their own self-improvement journeys. But keep in mind that this is your trip. Refrain from making comparisons. Everybody has a unique journey that is influenced by their own goals, struggles, and experiences. Pay attention to your development, acknowledge your accomplishments, and take lessons from your failures. As you proceed, realize that balance is crucial. Even while aiming for progress is commendable, appreciating where you are at the moment is crucial. Even while you strive toward your future objectives, remember to be thankful for the benefits you already have. The key to your long-term sustainable growth is striking a balance between ambition and contentment. Look for mentors and role models who exhibit the traits you want to cultivate along the way. Take note of their experiences, ask for advice, and let their insight illuminate your way. However, have an open mind about being a mentor yourself. You may strengthen your personal learning and build deep connections by sharing your experiences and insights. Your concept of success will change as you develop every day. What at one point appeared to be the apex of success may eventually turn out to be merely another turning point in your path. Accept this change. As you progress, let your goals to change and evolve. You will always be stretching and aiming for new heights because to this flexibility, and keep in mind that development, not perfection, is the aim. Avoid becoming paralyzed by the desire for perfection. Instead, concentrate on gradual, steady improvement. Honor the minor victories. Take lessons from your mistakes. And most importantly, never stop going. Every action, no matter how tiny, is a positive step. You will discover resilience and strengths you were unaware of as you proceed on this daily growth journey. You'll find passions and skills that may have lain dormant inside of you. You'll make contacts and open doors that didn't seem possible before this trip. Being the best version of yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, is the goal of self-improvement, not only reaching outward success indicators. It's about living a purposeful, fulfilled life and coordinate your activities with your principles. Your ability to deal with life's obstacles will increase as you make progress every day. What was once too much to handle will become doable. You will become more adept at solving problems, develop your emotional intelligence, and handle challenging circumstances. Every aspect of your life will see new opportunities as a result of this development. You'll be more capable of taking on challenging tasks and pursuing lofty objectives in your job. You'll be able to make a bigger impact on your community and develop deeper, more meaningful relationships in your own life. Your dedication to self-improvement, however, will probably have the biggest effect on your inner world. You will gain a strong sense of self-respect and self-confidence when you decide to pursue growth rather than stagnation. You'll know without a doubt that you're strong enough to face whatever challenge life presents. This inner confidence is invaluable because it allows you to live in accordance with your core principles, venture beyond of your comfort zone, and pursue dreams you previously believed were unattainable. As you progress along this route, never forget that self-improvement is a continuous process rather than a final goal. There will always be new things to learn, obstacles to overcome, and opportunities to develop. Accept this continuous journey with curiosity and zeal. Remain receptive to fresh viewpoints and ideas. Your success and fulfillment will depend on your capacity to adjust and develop as the world changes. Read widely, have deep discussions, and look for different perspectives and life experiences. These will generate fresh opportunities for development and offer insightful information. Your influence will inevitably increase as you get better every day. Individuals that actively strive to improve themselves are admired by others. Make good use of this impact. Allow others to be inspired by your trip, are admired by others. Make good use of this impact. Allow others to be inspired by your trip, but never forget that each person's route is different. Encourage them to figure out what self-improvement means to them on their own. Sometimes letting go is a better approach to improve yourself than constantly adding new things to your life. As you mature, you might need to let go of restrictive ideas, old behaviors, or even relationships that aren't working for you. Although it can be difficult, letting go is frequently required to create room for fresh development. Treat yourself with kindness on this trip. It's not always easy to grow. Sometimes you'll make mistakes or don't meet your goals. Try to be self-compassionate during these times. Show yourself the same consideration and compassion as you would a dear friend. Your resilience will increase as you keep getting better every day. You'll get more adept at recovering from failures and learning from them. Challenge, you will benefit greatly from this resilience in many facets of your life, not just on your individual path. Recognize that you are not alone on your path to self-improvement. You affect the lives of people around you as you develop and change. Your dedication to constant progress will encourage your coworkers, inspire your family, and have a beneficial impact on your community. Accept this knock-on effect. The world around you gets better as a result of your personal development. Maintain your connection to your why as you proceed. Why did you go on this adventure? What motivates you to improve every day? You'll stay motivated if you keep this goal in mind, especially when things get difficult. Never forget that you have the ability to influence your own life. You have the chance to become the person you want to be every single day. Seize these chances. Make the decision to become the best version of yourself by choosing to grow and improve. Your everyday progress journey is a gift to yourself, not just a chore. It is the world's gift. As you develop and change, you open up new possibilities for everyone whose life you have an impact on, not just for yourself. For that reason, move forward with bravery and resolve. Recognize that you possess the ability to design an incredible life. Although it's not always simple, the journey toward everyday progress is always worthwhile. It's a route that leads to meaningful accomplishment, personal fulfillment, and a life filled with passion and purpose. It's a route that enables you to realize your greatest potential. Make the most of your special abilities, and make a lasting impression on the world. Accept this trip. Make a commitment to become better every day. Have faith in your capacity to develop, learn, and surpass your current self. The future is promising, full of opportunities, and just waiting for you to mold it. Your extraordinary life is calling. Respond to that call with zeal, resolve, and a dedication to everyday progress. Keep in mind that one step starts 1,000 kilometers of travel. Take that step now, then another tomorrow, and then another the day after that. You'll soon realize how far you've come when you look back. Your potential is boundless, your growth potential is unbounded, and you have an incalculable impact on the world. Have faith in yourself, make a commitment to everyday progress, and observe how your life changes in unexpected ways. Commitment to everyday progress and observe how your life changes in unexpected ways. The world is waiting for the special presence that you alone can provide. Thus, move forward with self-assurance, a clear goal, and an unwavering resolve to improve every day. Now is the time to begin your daily improvement quest. Accept it, relish it, and allow it to guide you toward the remarkable life you were always destined to lead. So, my buddies, go ahead. Accept the path of constant progress. Every day offers the chance to improve yourself. Move closer to your objectives and influence your future. Your remarkable existence is just waiting for you.